I didn't mean for this to happen, but like when I started Pink Pony, my style has developed into a very bold, daring, playful, like we push the boundaries a bit. And my brand does the same. Like Pink Pony essentially does the same. Like I would have never thought that having a giant pink horse in my office would be something I would do as a designer.
God,
but like that's like
Pedro.
I've put Pedro. I've like done the same with my brand that I do for others. So I think they see that and they're like, wow, I love how playful and daring and like different your brand is. And that's what we want for ours.
You're listening to the Angry Designer Podcast, where we help frustrated graphic designers survive and thrive. This week, we're bringing you a live recording from Creative South 2024, beginning a new series of event-based interviews called The Angry Designers Live.
What's up, Angry Designers? Today we have an awesome treat. We have the one and only Pink Princess Pony Queen. I mean, it's everywhere, Kristy. Let me tell you. But our first most awesome interview at Creative South is with the one and only Kristy Campbell.
Oh, hello, guys. I'm really excited. This almost feels a bit surreal, to be honest.
The event or being in front of us? Because we get that a lot.
Well, just all of it. But even right now, doing the podcast in front of you guys.
Oh, I was only joking. That's amazing.
Yeah.
What was the last time we talked? It was 2 days ahead.
It was.
Or it was a Thursday when we were talking to you on a Tuesday.
And you guys were drinking and I was having coffee.
Yeah.
Wow, that was actually surreal. And you know what? Actually, we're not drinking right now.
No, I know. We should, to be
That's
honest.
a problem. Right? What were we thinking?
Yeah, damn it. What is it? Do you guys have whiskey? Is it whiskey
Yeah,
that you
whiskey,
normally drink?
bourbon,
Oh, yes, yeah, I might.
scotch. Yeah.
That would be a struggle. No, God, no. I'm more. I'm more of a wine, like my wine.
Okay.
Yeah.
I can totally see that.
Yeah.
And maybe a spritzer kind of girl.
Yeah. A little
okay.
sprinkle. Gin and tonic actually is a new favorite.
Oh, all right.
Yeah. Oh, white all the way. I'm not a red fan. I tried to get amongst, but I didn't like it.
So this is day 2.
Yes. No.
How's it been so
Day
far?
what? Day 2.
Well, I mean, day 1 of the event, but day 2 since you've been here.
Yes.
Right? We were at the mixer last night, right?
Yeah.
You got your groove on.
I did. I had a little boogie, but I couldn't really have anything to drink because I had today and I wanted to be serious. And
You were serious.
I only had like 2 drinks, I was really sensible.
Which is good.
Yeah.
What was interesting is you literally just said, so today was her first time doing a
workshop.
And I would have thought you would have done many of these.
No.
Just because, what were you doing at Adobe then? Because I know you did a lot of speaking sessions there.
Yes, I've never have been asked to do a workshop there, which I'm okay with that. Yeah, I'm okay with that. But yeah, it was when they asked me to do a workshop, I didn't tell them I'd never done it before. I was like, yeah, sure. So that was an interesting one. But no, it was really good. It was not what I expected it, but it was great.
Okay, what not to expect?
Well, I thought for some reason everyone would have their computers, and only like a few people did.
Oh.
Yeah, but I was surprised. But that's cool. I kind of changed a few things to like make it fit, make it work with everybody, but it was still good. I think everyone took something away from it.
All right.
hope.
So the workshop was on.
The workshop was on branding with illustration, pretty much,
Okay,
and crafting.
cool.
It was more actually. After we did it, it was more about visual identity as a whole and like the process that Pink Pony goes through, and so it was cool. Yeah, everyone seemed very engaged. There was lots of good questions at the end.
Okay, so tell us about the questions, because I'm sure everybody's going to have these kind of questions.
Oh gosh, I'm trying to think what they asked now. Oh, there was just a few goodies actually about the process of like a visual identity, more from the Pink Pony's perspective and how we do it. There was lots of questions about like, do you pitch like 3 concepts or 2, or like how does that work? But I kind of talk through it all throughout it for sure.
Well, you want to share the process?
Oh yeah.
All right. This is gold. This is gold.
This is the gold. Yeah. I mean, it's broken down to 5 steps really. The Pink Pony process, I call it. The discovery call, obviously. Strategy, talking through the client, exactly what we need to create, and then the creative direction. For me, I call this it sets the foundation of the entire project. Creative direction does. It's so important. And we do 3 of those, 3 creative directions. And then from there, they choose the mood board 1, 2, 3.
Right.
And then we create the whole custom visual identity. And then step 4 is define and refine. And then step 5, I call packaging up. So it's like pulling together all the final files and the brand guidelines document. Yeah.
So what is your thought on, you said you do 3 concepts. What's your thought on this whole, some people are just one concept? One's all you get.
Well, Sorry, I'm really thirsty. We do 3 creative directions, so
Yes.
that's mood boards, and then from that the client will pick one,
Yep.
and then we only provide them one full brand proposal document, because I used to, like when I started, I did 3 full visual identities.
Yes.
That is so much work,
Yeah.
so much work, and I always found like they, in the end, by the third, you're creatively exhausted. Like you're like, oh,
Yeah.
I don't even enjoy what I'm doing. A, and then secondly, most of the time they pick the first one, because
Yeah.
that's where like all your energy and your like love goes into it.
Oftentimes, right? And then people are guilty because you hear this term throwaway concept.
Ooh.
Right, and you know it's like, oh yeah, you always have to do 2, and then you throw in the throwaway concept, which
What's
is like the
I've never heard of
half-assed
that.
concept, right?
Oh, I know
that
the
is
one.
just
Yes,
to kind of
yeah.
hit 3 numbers,
Yes.
but time and time again, people get caught because the customer
Yeah.
likes that one.
Yes.
Because often it's the most obvious, it's the safest, it's
Yeah.
like the base one, right? And then you got people like Alan Peters who has like sheets, and
Oh.
he's presenting 20, 30, like 50 sometimes, depending on who it is. Which
He's amazing.
Love it
him.
is, right?
Yeah.
That's his shtick.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
So we generally would do the 3, right? We do the 3, and,
Oh, yeah.
and maybe it was just because we weren't confident to do the 1, or maybe it was because we didn't do enough of the upfront.
Yes.
But the 3, we usually present, the safe concept,
Yeah.
which is generally 1 step above of what they already have.
Yeah.
Then we do a complete out of like just crazy, right? Just to show how
Yes.
creative we
Yeah.
can be.
Wish list.
Yeah.
Right. Your wish list, and then what we would recommend.
Yeah.
So it's like the safe, which is just like 1 step ahead, something that's completely out there, and then what we would pitch.
There's a name that I started using for that type of process, and it's like a mild, medium, and spicy concept. I'm not gonna claim that. I heard that from another designer.
down so bad
But I was like, that's kind of what it is.
You're right.
Yeah.
Actually, wow. But now you say it like that, I feel like we suck.
No, God, no, definitely not. Everyone has their own process. Oh my God, I did not mean.
No, I know.
Oh no.
Oh my God,
Oh,
that's
it's
amazing.
quite cute. We like it. We love it.
Yeah, that's fine.
It's good.
So the workshop, in your opinion, worked out really well.
I think so. It's hard to know, because I feel like the hardest thing about even speaking and doing workshops, you don't know everyone's level of experience. Like I even asked them at the start, who's been designing or doing visual identity for 2 years, and a few put their hand up, and then 5 years, a few put their hand up, and then 10 years, and quite a few put their hand up, and I'm like, shit, they're probably going to know quite a lot. So it's. That's when my mental barrier, like my self-doubt, really kicks in. I'm like, will they even get anything out of this? But like at the end of the day, as long as you inspire one person, I think then you're doing your job right.
Agree, 100%, right? Absolutely.
Everybody has a different process, and
They do.
It's good to hear, even if you have your own way. It's good to hear how other people do it.
Yeah, exactly. And you'll probably figure out new things. You're like, oh, maybe I'll try that.
Yes,
Give that a go.
exactly.
Yeah.
So you're always ready to learn.
Yeah, exactly. Always ready to learn.
So you said self-doubt.
Yes.
So from the outside looking in, I'm sure, okay, I mean, it seems like you've got it all together. You got your agency, like you've got your brand in place, and yet you said self-doubt. I think people would be shocked to hear that.
Oh, I talk about this tomorrow actually quite a bit.
Very
but
cool.
I think it's gotten worse as I've gotten like more exposure, I guess. I don't know, like in some ways I'm not. One day I'll be like confident, I'm feeling good, feeling like I deserve to be here, and then the next I'm like, oh God, I just feel like I'm a little designer from New Zealand, and I really don't know anything I'm talking about. But I do, I do.
Absolutely.
I do get massive amount of self-doubt and imposter syndrome, hugely.
Still, right?
Yeah.
Well, that's good. I mean, it's humiliating to admit to it. I still do.
Yeah.
So I'm right there with you.
But I think it's because we care about it so much about it. Yeah.
Do you think that motivates you too?
I think
Gives
so.
you a little, because that fear of failure or whatever it would be.
Yeah, and it's like if I didn't have any self-doubt, I probably wouldn't care about it as
You
much.
wouldn't care? Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, I think it's important because it also makes you, I guess, become like more humble, and you consistently look at yourself. What can I do better?
Yeah.
Like if I was going out there with no self-doubt, no imposter syndrome, I'd be like, I'm fucking amazing.
That's true.
Yes.
One
like,
concept, that's all you get.
yeah,
That's all you need.
and sometimes people are too confident, and I
Yeah,
think
yeah.
and you're like, ooh, yeah.
So do you think it keeps you humble then?
I think so.
Yeah. And do you think humility is a strength?
Maybe, yeah. I think so. Yeah. It does get frustrating. I do feel like, at the moment, like I have, quite a lot of talk in my head, like, oh, even like tomorrow, I'm like, you guys are all such amazing designers. And I'm like, oh, like, am I really up to that standard, that level? And it constantly, but I just retell myself, I'm like, no, Kristy, you deserve to be here.
Yeah.
You've got this. It's okay.
You got this, girl.
You've got this.
Yes, you do.
So what do you think it's going to take to get yourself past that? Then,
Oh,
if
I don't
that's
think
the
I
case?
ever will.
No?
No, never. Like, do you guys know Robbie Williams? The
Yes.
singer? I talk
Yeah.
about this tomorrow, so a little sneak peek. But, like, have you seen his documentary?
Yes.
Yeah.
No.
It was awesome.
It was really good, and I didn't really know that much about him beforehand, but in it, like, they showcase and they really highlight how much he has imposter syndrome and self-doubt.
Yeah.
And I was like, holy, and even up to, like, as he got to the top level and still felt that way.
See?
I think that would
Yeah.
happen with most people.
Right.
Like, I would almost be surprised if it didn't.
Yeah.
But they'd be really
I think some
cocky.
people hide it really well. Like they
Yeah.
maybe overcompensate with the arrogance or the cockiness, right?
Yes, yeah.
But that's the wrong impression. That's the wrong thing to put out there, right? Like this community, this place, everybody's so. You've seen it, right? Like
Yeah.
last night at the Mixer, you were just hanging and partying with,
Yeah.
I'm guessing they were obviously fans. They were people who knew who
I've
you were.
I've never met most of these people before. Yeah.
That's amazing, right? And then you were
Yeah.
busting the groove,
Yeah, and a little
on the
boogie.
dance floor.
A little dance.
She's got some moves, I guess,
Yeah, no, it was cool. It was really cool.
It is kind of neat, right? So if you were that cocky, arrogant designer, there's no way in hell that they would approach you.
No, because it'd just be too. And why would you want to be like that? I really
know,
don't understand
I know,
it. I don't get it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
that doesn't
Juicy.
make sense.
No.
Yeah, but some people like that.
Yeah.
Yeah, they
Right?
like being intimidating.
No, let me ask you.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're right. And
Yeah.
that's a whole other thing altogether.
Yeah.
But then an event like this, okay, so this is completely different contrast than Adobe Max.
Hugely.
So now, do
Hugely.
you think something like Adobe Max would more build someone's ego, their confidence? Because it
Ooh.
seems like there's a separation.
Yeah.
Right. Where here, it's almost like you've been brought down a notch.
Yeah.
And hanging out with people. Is there a difference in the whole experience?
There definitely is. Like, I didn't know what I heard this was way more casual, way more fun. Like, not saying Adobe Max isn't fun because I always have the best time there, but like a bit more loose, I guess.
Yeah.
Like, obviously, like, Adobe's a massive corporation. They
It is.
have to have standard and guides. But it is very casual and like cruisy and relaxed here, which is really nice.
Yeah.
I like, there's differences, but they're so great in their own way. And I like already love both of them for different reasons, you
Yeah.
know? Yeah. But to be honest, like, everyone is equally as inviting and lovely at Adobe Max, to be honest, as here. But that's what I found anyway.
Right. So I just have to point out that, we're seeing a sea of black T-shirts and, jeans and beards and hats.
Pink pony.
I mean, for being creative people, we're not really original.
a lot of
because we
black.
all look the same. Yet you stand out like a beacon. You own this look. And I mean, again, I know you appreciate the black.
Yeah.
But your brand, your look, everything about you is almost like, you're a beacon in this whole place, kind of walking around, right? And this, in fact, is kind of what you're talking about tomorrow, isn't it?
Yeah, it is. It totally is. Like, talking about all this, like, and how to, I guess, like, pull out that identity and, like, not be afraid to showcase it. Like, we talk about we're creatives, but I feel like a lot of the time people just create design. But I'm like, it's so much more than that. Like, how do you bring your brand to life and, like, literally, like, wear your fucking branded clothes.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
it makes an impact. Like, and I don't wear pink, to be honest, like, really
Yeah.
outside of work. I do it it's a strategy, I wear it for that reason.
Yeah.
I mean, like, you guys could all actually say the same, though, because black is your brand. But
Yeah.
And even
Maybe
like,
the
touches
red.
of red.
the
Yeah.
red. Yeah.
But there's got to admit, I was so surprised at the amount of bearded men here. I'm like, wow.
I know it looks like an NRA
Yeah.
rally, right? People with shotguns and stuff. Like, it's kind of crazy.
It's great.
Lots of beards.
So what's it take for somebody then to bring out their own personal brand, in your opinion? Because you rock that personal brand. You do, right?
Yeah.
I think you and James are like, like
really?
neck and neck. I don't know who's
Oh my God,
owning it more, which is crazy.
Made by James, you're talking about. I would not
dude,
compare
you are
myself.
on that level.
No.
Okay, he's got more swag.
I'm literally looking at him right now, like over the. He does have a lot more swag.
He's got a lot more swag, right?
Yeah.
But I don't want to say that you are the female equivalent to him because your beard isn't as big.
No.
Right.
His
And you're not
hair's
as
almost
grizzly.
as lovely and long as mine.
But in all fairness, I think your brand in this niche stands out just as much. Yeah. So you've done a great job.
Hopefully.
What have you done for that? Where do people start?
Well, I actually have thought about this quite a lot, and I think there's some kind of key ingredient. So Pink Pony, as the example, like the way I named the business was because I loved pink and I loved ponies when I was younger. So original and like creative. Wow. But like what I was doing, I was like reaching into my childhood essentially and like pulling out what I loved as a kid. And I feel like a lot of the time when we grow up, we lose that like playful side. And if you can kind of go back to like, maybe not necessarily a playful side, because obviously every brand's what they're trying to do is different, but like that has helped me. Like, I don't wear pink that much, like, but I've really enhanced that, and I loved it when I was younger. So pulling that through and like utilizing that, and just like a visual identity, you're consistent. You've got to use the same fonts, use the same colors, do the same thing, but for yourself.
Yes.
That's
so you're
essentially
saying that
what
your personal brand starts from within, and you should probably utilize that, take advantage of it, exploit it.
Yeah.
It's a weird word, but
Yeah.
take advantage of what it is and put that into your brand.
Yeah.
Because you live it, you breathe it. It's you. It comes from within.
Literally. And it's like even the way, like a visual identity, you've got your logo, your color palette, they're all visual.
Yep.
Do the same for yourself. Like, what does your visual silhouette look like? I wear pink, like that's my brand now. And like even for someone like Aaron Draplin, his hat is like iconic now, that everyone knows that. And even like you guys with your beards, like that is now your brand. The beards. You're like, can never chop them off.
I wish I had hair up here instead of down here, but anyway.
Like it becomes your brand and like who you are. Yeah.
And so now that brand and who you are separates you amongst other designers. How do you think that plays in the customer side?
Ooh. Well, I was worried about this. And when I started Pink Pony, I had a few people literally like be like, why are you calling your business Pink Pony? It's unprofessional.
Yep.
But I knew for me, it was memorable and unforgettable. I'd like to have thought so at that point. I didn't mean for this to happen, but like when I started Pink Pony, my style has developed into a very bold, daring, playful, like we push the boundaries a bit. And my brand does the same. Like Pink Pony essentially does the same. Like I would have never thought that having a giant pink horse in my office would be something I would do as a designer.
God,
but like that's like
Pedro.
I've put Pedro. I've like done the same with my brand that I do for others. So I think they see that and they're like, wow, I love how playful and daring and like different your brand is. And that's what we want for ours. And that's what I think. So you almost like you're mirroring it. You're doing what they want you to do to their business.
Yeah.
Well, you want a piece of that authenticity that's what you're all about.
Definitely. And like, I'm not saying everyone needs to go and be as playful and colourful, because I get that that's not for everybody. Right. But if you can pick, like for corporates, that's quite a challenge for me. The thought of that, like, how do you then intertwine your personal brand with a corporate business? Like all of that would be more challenging, but you can do it. Yeah, definitely.
Well, you have done it, right? Because all your customers, I'm guessing, are little girls, wanting ice cream, and so they run to you because you're pink.
Yeah, exactly.
Right? Like you've got what is the most opposite customer you have to your brand?
Oh, we did a financial advisory company.
Perfect.
And they loved. I'm really proud of the logo. Like they loved it. It was really corporate, like super blue, white, black, like super corporate. But I was super proud of the logo. Yeah. Like I'm proud that we're diverse. We can kind of swing all ways in terms of we could do corporate. Not that we kind of like showcase it a lot, but we can do it.
Yes.
But otherwise, I'm just trying to think of other ones we've done. Yeah, like in the past, I've done like a construction business and like.
Wow.
Yeah, so like really.
That's
that was
as far as you can get from pink.
Yeah, like really. it was a friend of my husband's actually back home, and the logo's great. I always see it. I'm driving around his car, his ute. I see the logo. I'm like, that's a good logo. Yeah, proud of it.
So you almost ready for tomorrow?
Yeah, I'm ready. I actually feel more ready now that I've done my workshop. I think I was quite nervous about it, and then once you get into the swing of it, it's so much, you're kind of like, yeah, I'm here. I feel good.
Yeah.
I'm ready. Because once I'm up there, I love it. It's just the little anticipation of beforehand. Yeah. It's a bit scary.
Yeah, fair enough. That's normal.
Yeah.
And then when you come down, you're just pinned.
You're
down.
floating
Yeah.
It
I'm
takes
like,
you a while
woo.
online.
It is, yeah. And everyone's asking you questions and people come up to you then, and it's cool. It's really cool.
So when we spoke yesterday, you were a little concerned, not because you had to speak, but the kind of people you had to speak to.
Yes.
Right?
Yeah.
So anything's changed now that you've met everybody and you're starting to get a little bit more comfortable?
I do feel, I feel more at ease for sure, yeah. And I think, even after seeing the speakers this morning, I feel my talk, I think people get something out of it, for sure.
I think everybody's going to get something out of it.
It's quite different, I would say.
Well, again, your talk is about personal brand.
Yeah.
And you are the most standout person here. In all fairness, keep in mind, as crazy as James is, he just kind of blends in because he's also beard
James
and hat
the
guy.
That's right.
Oh, this is good. I'm actually excited. We're going to sneak in on yours.
Oh, you did? Hopefully, yeah. If you can.
Yeah.
But if you miss it, no, don't worry.
Well, somebody's got to go and give you, heckle you from the back.
Oh, I know,
right?
yeah,
It's not going to be us.
Your accent sucks.
So what's waiting for you back home?
Oh, what's waiting for me? Honestly, I've got a wedding next weekend for actually one of my team, Gabby.
Wow.
If you listen to this, shout out to Gabs.
amazing.
She's getting married, and
Yeah.
I'm so excited. I reckon when she walks down the aisle, I'm going to get so emotional. I'm going to be like, because I'm quite a crier at weddings, because I'll be probably a couple of wines deep. So
Yeah, at that point.
yeah, so that's happening next weekend. So it'll be fun.
Wow,
but otherwise,
from
work-wise, I don't know. I honestly, in all fairness, I've kind of got everything and even more than I ever could want. So
Yeah.
I was saying to James Martin, made by James yesterday, actually, I kind of feel a bit confused about what I want to do. What's my big goal, you know? I want to decide what that is. Because I don't know right now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Interesting. So if it gives you any insight, when I was, no, you're still younger than when I started. How old are you?
31.
Are you really?
Do I look older or younger?
No. But wow, way younger. I'm sitting there thinking you're 24, 25.
Really?
Well, I do. No, right? I was like, so good
I'll
on you.
take that. I'll take that. It's the
That's
soft
cool.
here.
But at the same time, it wasn't until, so our age is just 25 years in.
Wow.
At the 10-year mark,
Yeah.
I was still feeling our way around what that final vision was going to be. And
Yeah.
it wasn't until, crazy as it sounds, it didn't, because again, I think a big part of what we do is just trying to see through that fog.
Yeah.
And you look at business coaches and you realize they're a bunch of scam artists, and you go look online for, who can help you decide, what your future is. And really, you can't figure that out.
Yeah.
What I ended up doing is made our differences. We developed our own tenets, not mission statement, because it's a bunch of bullshit.
Yeah.
Right. No offense.
Yeah, I'm not a fan either.
And and then business plans. In all fairness, you can do your business plan, but ultimately, you're there to make money and grow.
Yeah.
That's ultimately what my business plan would be like. The tenants, they were just like a set of how we do what we do.
Yes.
That makes us different than everybody else.
Yes.
And all of a sudden, it clarified everything.
Oh,
Once
wow.
we put those tenants out, we put them up on skateboards, we put them in there. They were everything
Cool.
about our approach to a job, right? Our approach to, a mission, right? Our customers, right? And everything was simple, bold, in your face. It's 12 tenants, and it just made everything clear as day.
Oh, wow.
Right? And then again, it aligned our staff. It aligned our customers. We would use these in presentations. And all of a sudden, so it wasn't until about year 16 or 17 that everything became clear.
Wow.
So you got time.
I'm
you got
only
time.
4 years in.
Yeah.
But it's
so
a
you
hard
got
thing to think
time.
about.
It is a hard thing to think about.
For you guys now, can you say, is there a big goal? Or are you kind of just at the moment now, I just want to have a healthy lifestyle balance, I want to earn.
So I think we're in that third quarter,
Yeah.
and now I think possibly the future might be more the podcast and giving back.
Oh, cool, yeah,
Right? Then
yeah.
the business is awesome. It's sustaining
Yeah.
itself. It's we've got processes in place. It's almost running, like a well-oiled machine.
Yeah.
Right? But this is kind of a fun rush because we're
Yeah.
giving back after all these years, right? So, and not that our agency, we didn't have purpose because we found it once we figured out all those tenets,
Yeah.
our customers, we put everything, everything all of a sudden became streamlined and the future was so clear at that point, right? And then we achieved that goal once all that came together.
Yeah,
So,
yeah.
So, right now,
Wow.
I kind of feel like I'm almost starting over again.
Yeah, oh, that's cool.
With the new
That's
venture,
nice.
right? Although
Yeah.
this is, more so just giving back to the community.
Yeah,
Which is cool.
and it's fun, and you get to like connect with
we get to
new
meet cool people like you.
Oh,
Yes.
Holy
and
cow.
everyone else.
Yeah, right. Okay, yeah, I guess other people too, right? After this, we're packing up. So just so you know.
We're done. Finished. Going home.
All right. Well, I don't know. This has been fun to talk.
Oh, so fun.
Right? And these
Yeah.
ones are short.
I
They can
love
be
it.
snappy.
Yeah.
And again, tonight we got what? We got a mixer.
Yeah, we do. The bridge party.
Bridge
Yeah.
party. This legendary bridge party.
I know.
we're
I've heard
kinda
lots
looking
about
forward
this
to.
party.
Yeah,
What do they
yeah.
do? What's the thing with the art? They do a ink wars or something?
Yeah, it's like illustration wars.
Oh, is that what it is?
Right, similar
That's
to like what
cool.
we saw at Comic-Con, right? Where it's like they'll put up a
Yeah.
prompt, and then they got 1 hour to compete, and
Yeah.
they got 4 artists, and they're like 6 foot by
Cool.
6 foot murals, and
Wow.
they're gonna. I know, so that's gonna be fun to watch.
Do they have like is the artist? Are they set out? Do the artists know they're doing it?
Oh yeah.
Oh,
Oh, no,
good.
they don't know the prompt.
Yeah.
Oh no! Oh
That's-
yeah, but the artists like they know they're doing it.
Oh
Tonight.
yeah,
It's not like
yeah. They're not
randomly
gonna pick you
picked.
out of the car.
Yeah, honestly, I'd
Kristy,
be
get
like,
up here. I have a feeling it would always go back to a pink pony
It
in
probably
some way
would.
or another.
You've got to. You got to brand everything.
Girl,
That'd be
it's
cool.
awesome to talk to you.
Oh, it's
Zach.
so
and
good
I'm
to-
so glad to have seen you in person. It was so fun.
Yes.
It's
your
so
energy
good.
is all you. It was all perfect. So this has
I
been
love
great.
it. Love it. This has been fun.
Fun.
being
Well, we
here.
still got another day to go.
I
So
know.
yeah, and we'll be sure to heckle you tomorrow in the audience. Okay?
Yeah, have a little boogie tonight.
Yeah, right.
Hopefully.
Just 2 glasses of wine, though, or are we good?
Probably because
She's speaking tomorrow.
Yeah, I'm working, but it's actually only at 4:30, so it's not
Yeah.
for a while.
Oh, when do you go back?
Sunday.
Whoa.
What's tomorrow? Saturday. Yeah, I was
Tomorrow's
like trying to
Saturday.
do the maths. Yeah, it was a quick turnaround. It was only
Yeah.
a week. I'm only here for a
Wow.
week.
Yeah.
Yeah, to be honest, I can already feel it. My jet lag's been bad here. I can feel it when I go home. It's going to be really bad. Gosh, I'm
Wow,
kind of
because you
scared.
didn't really kind of like make a full circle.
Yeah,
Wow.
I
eh?
keep waking up in the middle of the night for like 3 hours, and I'm like, and
Hey.
I never do that. I'm a very solid sleeper, so.
Yeah. Well, there's no bags in the eyes or anything, so you're doing good. You're doing
it's
good.
okay, it's
You're
okay.
fooling up. You're fooling everybody.
We're okay. No, thanks so much for having me on the live podcast.
On the live podcast, on the live Angry Designer podcast.
So good.
All
So
right,
good.
everybody. I hope you enjoyed what you heard. You know where to find Kristy, and you know where to find us.
Yes.
Right?
Yeah.
My name's Massimo,
My name's Sean.
and you are?
Kristy, I got that right this
You
time.
got it right this time. Stay creative and stay angry.
Woo!